And then we traverse into a very important space, delving deeper into when truth thinks, sacrifice acts, and Dharma manifests. SUMÄDHASE is not raw cleverness, just being clever at something, knowing something. It's intelligence that benefits life. I give the intelligence by which one moves towards me. So what kind of intelligence is this? This is creative intelligence that is aligned with Dharma. The deeper layer. This name tells us something very radical. Truth itself is Krishna's intelligence. Work becomes that Yagakunda. Your creativity becomes the offering, and your decisions become dharmic. So this is Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Narayanaaya, Jai Shri Ram, Om Shri Matre Namaha. Welcome back to the Clay Studios oil painting vlog number 77 of Sri Vishnu Sahasranamavali. This is a painting that follows the principle of micrography or calligraphy, using which 1,000 names of Sri Vishnu are getting painted. While the painting is coming up, I'm also trying to understand the deeper meanings lying underneath these names with the help of scriptures from Sanatana Dharma. Whatever I am learning as an amateur, I am sharing with you via these weekly vlogs. In a typical vlog, you will see that I am covering 10 names and the meanings, and then we are traversing into tangential perspectives, taking some example storylines from Sanatana Dharma scriptures. Though I am covering 10 names in each of the vlogs, you will see that I am referring back and forth to the previous vlogs simply for the reason of deeper interconnectivity. And this exercise has definitely helped me in personal growth and professional growth as well. So I also intend and wish the same happens with you. So it will be definitely helpful for you to go through the previous vlogs and come back, so you're able to do the same and benefit from it. With that, let's look at the plan for today. Today's plan is to review the names starting with 751 going up to 760 names and the meanings, and then we traverse into a very important space, delving deeper into when truth thinks, sacrifice acts, and Dharma manifests. So it's a very deeper understanding that we are going to go into today. So without much ado, let's jump into the names and the meaning first. Yes, starting with 751. Om Lokaswamini Namaha refers to the one who is the Lord of all 14 spheres or 14 planes. We have discussed this in great detail of the different lokas or spheres in the cosmology. So let's move on to 752, which is Om Triloka Drishe Namaha, one who supports all three worlds, upholds all three planes. 753 is Om SUMÄDHASE Namaha, refers to one with great and beneficent intelligence, also called progressive creating intelligence. What is that? That's very different. Intelligence is something we know. What is progressive creating intelligence? And that's exactly what we are going to discuss in great detail in a short while from now. So we are going to move on to 754, which is Om MÄDHAJＡYA Namaha, one who arose from the yaga or yajna. So a kind of sacrifice, and the outcome. So this is also referring to the outcome of creative intelligence. So sacrifice is a source of intelligence. How does that work? Let's keep that, park that for now. Moving on to 755. Om Danyaya Namaha refers to one who has attained all his ends and therefore is self-satisfied, one who is accomplished of his own wealth. 756 says Om SATYAMÄDHASE Namaha, refers to one whose intelligence is fruitful. And there's also another perspective to this. Truth is his creative intelligence. So by now I can see that this is the topic that we are going to touch, because we touched sacrifice, truth already. So the creative intelligence sourced from truth and sacrifice could be the base for a dharma to manifest. This is what I am understanding at a primitive level, but we have to go deeper at a later point. Moving on to the next name, that is 757 Om Dharadaraya Namaha, refers to one who supports the worlds by his fraction, such as Adishesha. Here Adishesha is taken as an example to just call out and say that, Adishesha is also a fraction of what Vishnu or the Lord is. 758 is Om Tejo Vrishaya Namaha, refers to one who in the form of the sun causes rainfall at all times. Another perspective is Teja, referring to the brilliance, again intelligence also. So even the sun, the way rainfall or the cosmic movements and the natural changes that we are seeing in our atmosphere is all intelligence or brilliance in another form. 759 is Dutidharaya Namaha, refers to one whose form is always brilliant, one who bears brilliance. 760 is Om Sarva Shastra Britamvaraya Namaha, such a long name. Om Sarva Shastra Britamvaraya Namaha refers to one who is superior to all the all bearing weapons, or most capable, let's say, of all those who bear the weapons. And here again, the intelligence and weapons also can be construed as wisdom, the all-enlightening knowledge. So that brings us to the end of the 10 names and the meanings, and now we are ready to explore when truth thinks, sacrifice acts, and dharma manifests. Let's do that. So the names SUMÄDHASE, SATYAMÄDHASE and MÄDHAJＡYA, these are actually Lord's blueprint for righteous intelligence. And we are going to see just that. SUMÄDHASE, one with beneficent, progressive intelligence. SATYAMÄDHASE, one whose intelligence is rooted in the truth. MÄDHAJＡYA refers to one who manifests from yaga or yajna, basically from sacrifice. So together they reveal a powerful principle. And what is that? When intelligence is guided by truth and is offered selflessly in the form of sacrifice, dharma takes form in the world. And this is exactly what we're going to see, going name by name into details. So starting with the first name, SUMÄDHASE, intelligence that creates good. Let's understand that. So this is, SUMÄDHASE is not raw cleverness, just being clever at something, knowing something. It's intelligence that benefits life. How does that work? In Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, Canto 10, Verse 10, Sri Krishna says, Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayanti te. Tesham, unto them, satata yuktanam, always engaged, bhajatam, in rendering devotional service, priti purvakam, in loving ecstasy. Dadami, I give, buddhi yogam, real intelligence, tam, that, yena, by which, mam, unto me, upayanti, come, they. Let's put it together. It refers to the ever steadfast who are worshipping me with love, me being the Lord, worshipping me with love, I give. What does he give? Buddhi Yoga, by which they come to me. Buddhi Yogam is the real intelligence. Dadami Buddhi Yogam tam yenamam upayantite. So I give the intelligence by which one moves towards me. So what kind of intelligence is this? This is creative intelligence that is aligned with Dharma. Yeah. So this is a kind of thinking that uplifts the society rather than exploiting it, trying not to use it for some negative purposes or personal purposes, can we say. In modern day reflection, today intelligence builds kind of algorithms, economies and narratives, but just imagine, without wisdom, intelligence becomes manipulation. And SUMÄDHASÄ reminds us progress without goodness is actually regression in disguise. So that's the point coming from there. Let's move on to the next name, SATYAMÄDHASÄ. Talked about truth, isn't it? SATYAMÄDHASÄ is truth as a creative power. Let's look at that. So this is a deeper layer. This name tells us something very radical. Truth itself is Krishna's intelligence, the Lord's intelligence, and that you can easily see in Shrimad Bhagavad Gita, where he talks about creativity flowing from Satya, that is truth and not strategy. Canto 16 verse 1, Krishna actually lists down divine qualities, and we are going to look at just that. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha Abhayam Sattva Samshuddhihi Jnana Yoga Vyavastitihi Dhanam Damascha Yajñascha Swadhyayastapa Arjavam. Meaning, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha refers to the Supreme Personality of Godhead said, Abhayam, fearlessness, Sattva Samshuddhihi, purification of one's existence, Jnana, in knowledge, Yoga, of linking up, Vyavastitihi, the situation, Dhanam, charity, Damaha, controlling the mind, Cha, and Yajna, performance of sacrifice, and Cha, and Swadhyaya, study of Vedic literature, Tapaha, austerity, Arjavam, simplicity. Let's put it all together. So the blessed Lord said, fearlessness, purity of heart, steadfastness in the yoga of knowledge, almsgiving, controlling the senses, sacrifice, study of the Shastras, and straightforwardness. So these are the elements, divine qualities that is listed out from. In Shrimad Bhagavatam also there is a mention of Satyam Paramam Dhimahi, referring to, again, we meditate upon the supreme truth. So truth is not just moral correctness. So it's actually alignment with reality, connected to modern day and reflect on our world in an age of misinformation, curated identities and half-truths. SATYAMÄDHASÄ reminds us that only truth-based thinking creates lasting outcomes, which means we're talking about sustainability. Yes, falsehood may give us speed. We'll get something, hook and crook, can we say. But truth gives us sustainability. Yes. The third name is MÄDHAJＡYA, when truthful intelligence is offered. Now we're talking about the offering as well, the sacrifice as well. So now intelligence and truth are moving into an action. That is MÄDHAJAYA. Medha refers to the sacrificial offering, yajna, yaga. Jaya refers to one who is born. So Bhagavan, the Lord, manifests when intelligent action is offered selflessly. And there is a very good example. We have already covered the story of Vamana avatar, where through the sacrificial yajna created by Kashyapa and Aditi comes the avatar of the little boy version of Vishnu. So he is not born biologically, but he is born out of a sacrificial yajna for a need that is also not personal. Did she want something personal? No. So what exactly was the deal? Again, there was a negative personality, can we say. It was King Bali Maharaj. Bali Maharaj. Was he killed, reduced to certain levels? In that Vamana Avatar story, if you can remember, there was no war, there was no anger involved. So it was just truth and intelligence and dharmic correction. So what actually happened there was that Bhagavan did not destroy Bali Maharaj. Yeah? He transforms him. So this is the divine creativity born of sacrifice. So Bhagavad Gita confirms this principle. Krishna states very clearly in Bhagavad Gita, Canto 3, verse 9. Jnanarthat karmanonyatra lokayam karma bandhanaha tadartam karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Jnanarthat, done only for the sake of yajna or Vishnu. Kramanaha, that work. Anyatra, otherwise, lokaha, world. Ayam, this. Karma bandhanaha, bondage by work. Tat, of him. Artham, for the sake. Karma, work. Kaunteya, O son of Kunti, referring to Arjuna in this case. Mukta sangaha, liberated from association. Samachara, do perfectly. So let's put it all together. The world is bound by action other than those performed for the sake of sacrifice. Do thou therefore, O son of Kunti, perform action for the sake of yajna or for the sake of sacrifice alone, free from all attachment. So he is referring to the world, how we are functioning, that we are actually doing our karma. That is not for the sake of any kind of sacrifice. We are just doing it for our own personal needs. Yeah. But here, he is also directing Arjuna to perform an action for the sake of yajna, for the sake of a sacrifice alone, free from any kind of attachment. We've talked about this detached attachment in great detail, so I'm going to move on to exploring this without explaining the area. Yajnartat karmanonyatra lokoyam karma bandhanaha. So the action done as sacrifice liberates us. Action done of ego will bind us. So yaga today is not just a fire, the fire that you see, the sacrificial fire that you see, or the rituals alone. So it's much more than that. It is how we work, decide and lead. Yeah. And just to summarize, the detached attachment will definitely involve that you're working with as the karma yogi with the spirit of sacrifice to not be binded down by the end or the result of it. Yeah, not connecting to the ego, as we say. Yes. So let's just connect that all together, what this means for today's world. Point number 1, intelligence must be beneficial, SUMÄDHASÄ. So knowledge without compassion creates imbalance. Agreed? Second point, intelligence must be truthful, SATYAMÄDHASÄ. Yes, truth is not negotiable. So it is the foundation of trust, society and peace. Third point, intelligence must be offered. Yeah? MÄDHAJԱYA. When work serves more than the self, it becomes sacred. So your office becomes Yagakunda, your work becomes that Yagakunda, your creativity becomes the offering, and your decisions become dharmic. So this is how Krishna or the Lord Vishnu manifest today. So not through miracles, but through right intelligence in right action. These three names gives us a timeless Dharma equation. So think with goodness, think with truth, act with sacrifice. Where intelligence is truthful, action is selfless, Lord is already present. So with that, we bring this discussion to the end, but do share your thoughts on the same. We have discussed detached attachment, how we should not be attached to the fruits of our work, and so on in previous vlogs. So connecting the dots with those vlogs and what we have discussed in detail on things coming into action, truthfulness, sacrifice, manifesting, what do you think of it? What do you think, or how do you think you will use it? Share your feedback in the comments, and will we meet in the next session. Stay blessed, stay healthy, stay happy, stay motivated. Thank you. Bye-bye.